139 and 9/10, 6/10. Scale 5/10. Let me correct that. 139 and 5/10. That scale drops a little bit. Gene Hatcher, challenger. Gene Hatcher. $139 and a half. Gene Hatcher, $139 and a half. Right?
Yeah, heads up, please.
Please watch it.
Down it.
Run.
Hey.
Ray is at 135 and 2 ounces.
Can I get the security people to move these people back, please? This is unfair to the fighters.
Bullshit this building and you shut your mouth. He doesn't want to show stuff. He took his clothes off. So
All right. Ray was 2/10 of a pound over. He's going to go. He'll be right back. He's going to go urinate.
All right, look, I'm asking everybody to back up. That includes the press. Let's have some cooperation. Press, when they weigh again, come up. But for now, let's clear this. Help us out, please.
He was 2/10 of a pound over. He has 2 hours to lose that to come to the weight limit of 135. He's out trying to do that right now and will proceed as soon as he does get back. But in the meantime, if you please keep quiet.
All scales aren't the same, and even though Ray's scale in his room was calibrated, it must have been off a little bit. Ray likes to come in right on the mark. He was a little bit over. When he took most of his clothing off, he was still 2/10 of a pound over. So, he just goes back, it's very easy to lose, which he did in about 5 minutes, and when he came back, he made the weight exactly. Under the rules of the World Boxing Association, if a fighter weighs in and he's overweight, he has 2 hours to make the weight. And if he's the champion and doesn't make the weight in 2 hours, he forfeits his title on the scale. That means that if the fight goes on and if Bramble wins, Bramble would have been the new champion, but if Bramble lost, then the title would have been vacant. However, on this circumstances, Ray came back and made the weight, within a few minutes and right on the mark.
Is there any intention there for any minutes? Do you think it would be real easy?
I've seen guys. I saw Donald Curry in a title fight come in 3 pounds overweight and take off to 3 pounds in 2 hours. So 2/10 of a pound, I never had any trepidation. When Marvin Hagler, for example, fought Alan Minter in London, he was almost a pound overweight and took it off in less than an hour.
Of all the three-fight festivities I've done, what do you expect tonight?
A sellout. A lot of seats left. We have about 4,000 seats left. A lot of them in good location. Everybody get over to the Ord and buy your tickets. This is really, it's more than just a good fight or good fights. This is a real event. And I promise the fans of Buffalo, they're going to see one of the great boxing card of recent time. 2 great championship fights, a fantastic 10-round fight, and then a lot of good fights with some local kids.
On an evening in Buffalo regarding the boxing match. I arrived at 9 o'clock and obtained my press credentials courtesy of WKSN radio. I then attended the weigh-in where Gene Hatcher, Johnny Bumphus, and Livingston Bramble all made weight. Ray Mancini did not make weight immediately. When he arrived. He had his sweatsuit on and got on the scale. The scale read 135.6. He then took off his sweats and it read 135.4. He then took off his gold necklace and it read 135.2. Finally, all of the entourage huddled around the scale. And the reason for the huddling was that Mancini dropped trout in an attempt to make weight. He did not do so, and the public address announcer stated that he was leaving. He had 2 hours to come back and make weight, and that he was also leaving to urinate. There was a lot of shouting between Lou Duva and Wolf, the manager for Mancini. Finally, Mancini came back, made weight, and the fighters dispersed. Had an opportunity to get the interview of Bob Arum and to also take the pictures of Jose Torres, the light heavyweight champion. I then went to a brunch and had the opportunity to meet Dick Young, Randy Gordon of Ring Magazine, Jerry Eisenberg, Bill Mazer, and Al Bernstein. All these people are in the various media. In fact, Al Bernstein and Bill Mazer were covering the match live via CATZ, K-A-T-Z Sports. Subsequently, I went to the office and went back to the Hilton around 3 o'clock. There I had the opportunity to meet Emil Griffith, Angelo Prospero, who is a sports memorabilia collector from Rochester, who invited me to stop at his house to see his collection. I also had the opportunity to see and talk to Jose Torres, Murray Goodman, Norm Rothschild, who are various promoters. I talked to Griff, who was the corner man for Mancini. He stated that Mancini very seldom cuts, and it was in excellent shape. After attending the sports reception by CATZ TV, I then walked down to the Hilton Hotel. There I met Rocky Lockridge, Aaron Pryor, the WBC welterweight champion, Lou Duva, and Livingston Bramble. Livingston Bramble came out as I was leaving with his entourage. The music was Jamaican music, and they all piled into 2 vehicles to go off to the auditorium. Duvo was very kind in signing a Ring magazine that I had, as did Johnny Bumphus and Rocky Lockridge. I also got Aaron Pryor to sign a picture that I had of him. As I went to enter the fight, I used my press pass to get up to the center ring. Prior to the fight, Lou Duva had his fighters test the ropes, and I was able to take some pictures. Thereafter, I did not go to the press box where I was assigned, but stayed in the sponsor seats which the sponsors had to pay $200 for. Had a chance to take several pictures of the Charlie White Lightning Brown fight, the Gene Hatcher - Johnny Bumphus fight, and the Ray Mancini - Livingston Bramble fight. It was a tremendous evening.